These are rotary tools. I use them fairly often, but I classify them as more of a convenience tool rather than absolutely necessary. While they are handy, there are other ways to get jobs done. But convenience tools are definitely helpful. And I have several of these rotary tools, all of which I need to plug into an outlet. And they are fairly noisy. If only there was a cordless, rechargeable version. This is the Hardell Mini Cordless 5-Speed USB Charging Rotary Tool Kit with 69 accessories. The company wanted me to review this, and honestly, I was very reluctant. Why? Because this thing only costs 20 bucks on Amazon. But I decided to take the challenge. So here's the big question. Is an inexpensive rotary tool made in China any good? I'm going to do all I can to test it, to stress it, and even try to break it. First of all, I'm going to need to test this using a full charge. My main use for a rotary tool is to cut metal, screws, nails, and threaded rod like this. I have a project coming up, and I need to cut this 5/16 of an inch thick rod in 2 places. Normally I would just grab the rotary tool and make quick work of it. But I want to see how the mini cordless rotary tool stacks up. I have my doubts. Listen to the power difference between these two. And now the mini tool. It kind of sounds like a toy. Listen. I can even stop it with my finger. So how is this going to perform in the real world? I actually let this thing run to see how long it would go before dying out. And it ran for 3 hours and 45 minutes. But of course it had no resistance. So let's see how it handles a real job. Whatever bits you use, you're going to need to have the correct size collet. There are generally 3 sizes. If it's too small, the bit won't fit. If it's too big, the bit will slip. This rotary tool has 5 speeds. I crank it up all the way. Oh, that's not good. It stopped on its own. It appears to have some sort of safety feature and it actually shut off. At this point, I almost gave up using the tool, but I pressed on. I decided to test some other materials. I first installed this tiny drill bit. Now, I often drill pilot holes in wood, so my screws and nails don't split the wood. Now, this actually works perfect for that job. In fact, I drilled over 100 holes and the rotary tool never stopped working. Next, I tested one of the stone material grinding bits on some slate. I was able to use it to engrave directly on the slate. Okay, I'm actually starting to like this tool a little more. These stone grinding bits can be used to take off small bits of metal, like when I need to straighten out the edge of a broken screwdriver. It also works well when I need to put an edge on a putty knife. It's not a professional knife sharpener, but it did quickly touch up the cutting edge on this machete I found. Next up, I installed a diamond grinding bit that came in the case. When I'm cutting stained glass pieces, there's always some glass burrs that need to be removed. I have a special larger glass grinder for this, but in a pinch, I can also use this tool. Now I'd say that this tool and I are actually starting to become friends. One of the most common uses for a rotary tool are these sanding discs. The kit comes with many spares. This can be used to sand the inside of cut circles in wood. I'm also testing it on the edges of this basswood carving. It works really well, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down like it did on the metal. The tool and I might just be more than friends. We might even go garage sailing together.
Oh, you're my best friend.
My first reaction to an inexpensive, lightweight, Chinese-made rotary tool for 20 bucks was, save your 20 bucks. But I actually did find some good uses for it. This is more of a craft and hobby tool. You can use it for things like drilling pilot holes, deburring glass, rounding the corners of some wood, and touching up that zombie killer, getting it ready for use. So you can either spend your 20 bucks, buy yourself a couple of lattes, or get yourself one of these rotary tools. Frankly, I like the tools. I'm Tom, this is Allie Picked, and thanks for watching.
Ooh, you're my best friend.